wanna know? Oh, no, oh, 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 oh. Step into the ring, it's the champion's corner time. Oh, oh, WWE and AEW break it down. We shine from the top rope to the mat. All the action, all the heat. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet.
And ladies and gentlemen, I know you heard the theme song, Mr. Champions Corner Podcast. You know where you're at. I know you love the song. I know we're gonna play it again for you at the end of the show. But we'd like to welcome you in. We're glad you're here. We got a lot to talk about, from AEW Revolution had just happened to Dynamite. A lot happened on Dynamite. Boy, Monday Night Raw was hot. Boy, the OTC or YTC, whoever else came through.
No.
Came through and interrupted the cage match. What I caused the winner of the cage match, and now we look like we're leading to a triple threat, just like everybody it was rumored to be. So we'll see about that. And what else we got on? We got Rhea, Bianca, and Io going at it. The disrespect to Io got to stop. And Io said it herself, gave both of them a smack in the face just to let them know I ain't the one to play with. I'm the champion now. So I'm rising up, right? I'm right with y'all. I'm on equal footing because I'm the champion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a lot from Raw. We got NXT. We got a double champion, folks. Stephanie McCool is your NXT champion and your women's North American champion. She on top right now. Is Julia injured? What's going on? We're going to talk about that too. Oba Femi got that dub over Moose. We're going to talk about that. There's a lot going on in NXT, but we also got to talk about more of AEW and every match that happened on that Revolution. I got to continue to talk about that because there's a lot of 5-star matches on that show, but it's one 2-star at the end of in that main event. If you saw it, you know what we're talking about. But so we're gonna get to all that. But let's start off with Monday Night Raw because we on the road to WrestleMania. It's one of the most exciting times of year. It's getting a lot of coverage right now. So we're going to speak on that. That cage match, man. Seth Rollins and CM Punk fighting in the cage. You thought this was going to settle it, but I don't think it's going to be settled for a long time. Seth Rollins won, but not on his own accord. Because the YTC came through the crowd. The fans was going crazy. We knew the camera shot was on Seth Rollins, but we heard that crowd. We knew something was going on. And Roman grabbed him out that cage, caused him to win. He ain't nobody cared about that. After they did a little stare down, he gave him that Superman punch, that spear, and the curb stomp. Yeah, I told you he had to get that payback from Royal Rumble. So, and then he beat down CM Punk. He saw Paul Heyman consoling CM Punk in the ring and all that. And he was like, all right, this is what we're doing. Let me get up in this ring and take this boy out. And Paul Heyman sitting back scared and put his hands together, praying to his tribal chief. So I'm here with the professor. Professor, what you think about this triple threat that's looming for WrestleMania?
I mean, it's not official yet, though, right?
No, not at all. But I mean, with rumors and the way it's shaping up.
All right. I guess the real question is, how do we get there? What will be the pathway? What is Roman going to challenge? And then the real question is, should this be for the final spot, or if there is a final spot in the main event next night? Should the winner of this match be inserted into the Cody John Cena match?
Oh, I really want that to be 1-on-1, man.
So what is
with his how, especially with how the story is going, with Cena
Well,
and
Cena
Cody,
ain't done nothing yet.
that screams one on
Well, it
one.
does, but Cena
Huh?
ain't done anything. But I mean, okay, I give you that. I do think it should be 1-on-1 as well. But I mean, what does the winner of this match get? Like, is it? And then lastly, should this even main event?
That's what's getting to me. I don't know if it's hard to say Roman, any of these guys, but especially Roman with the run he was on for the past 4 or 5 years. It's hard to say him not being the main event.
Yeah, well,
but the other triple threat match that may happen, Rhea, Bianca, and Io, that could definitely be a main event.
it can.
I would have said automatic if it was Rhea and Bianca or just Io and Bianca.
So,
I would have gave that a main event.
I don't know. Well, I don't think the triple threat should main event. I don't think so because
which one?
I'm sorry.
The
Roman and CM Punk and Seth. Because number one, CM Punk's whole quest so far since coming back to WWE is main eventing WrestleMania, and to come back and main event night one after losing the Elimination Chamber and a Royal Rumble just kind of defeats the purpose. So for him in itself, it shouldn't main event just because you got to earn it. He hasn't earned it yet, and also it's not for a title. So I can't really see it. Now, if you're going to do a title, I agree. You should do the women's. Okay, let me play this. It would be probably best to do the women's triple threat because it is a better story. It's a better dynamic. But man, the man's name is main event Jey Uso. So it's like, how do you not main event WrestleMania with main event Jey Uso? So
it is. But I really feel like that match will open either night one or night two of WrestleMania.
Awful. You know why it should, honestly? Because it's a poorly booked world title feud. Why is Gunther fighting America Alpha? And why is Jey Uso fighting A-Town Down Under? These people have nothing to do with anything, and it's taking everything away from the world title pitch.
Yeah, because it's weeks until WrestleMania, and really don't, and they've already fought, and they really don't have a story other than Gunther saying, "I'm gonna give you hell for 10 weeks or however many weeks it is, and I don't need to fight you. But if I have to fight you, I'm gonna beat you down every week until you." Ain't like Jay gonna give up. Ain't like say, "Oh, I'm gonna give my title shot just because you beat me down."
He's really beating him down. He's been beating up Otis and Tozawa. How is beating up Otis and Tozawa hurting Jey Uso?
No, but he been also choking out Jey Uso.
You know what? You know how you
been putting him to sleep.
10 weeks of hell should have been anytime you think you have a moment, I'm on site. All right? I'm booting, I'm chopping you. This should have been a moment where Jay is tied up in the ropes and Gunther just keeps chopping him. This should have been a week where Gunther shows up on SmackDown and beats up Jimmy Uso, saying, "This is what it's going to look like when I beat you." You call it your twin brother, well, now you're definitely looking into the future. He's been beating up Otis and Tozawa, and Jay is like, "Oh, man."
I know, oh, man. I mean, yeah, he's just defending the roster. He's like I said, he's showing why he's the. I'm about to say number 2 babyface. I mean, I'm gonna ask you that question: is Jay the number 1 babyface? Some people say he is. I think it's Cody Rhodes, of course.
Cody's the face of the company, but Jay is the people's champion. That's the best I can just put it. Like, Cody's just the face, but Jay is the people's champion. He's the people's. The only reason you get the title people's champion because you haven't been crowned champion yet. You know, he just hasn't gotten that. Once he gets the title, we'll see how the reaction goes. Because you know, some people they love you today, but I hate you tomorrow.
Right, they love you on the chase, but once you get the title, we'll see what happens with how people see you.
That's why I don't know right now, like who. Because I mean,
because Cody feels it too.
I don't know, man. Jay, he got the crowd in the palm of his hand. Cody has the ears, but Jay, boy, he comes out there yeeting. That crowd yeets right with him.
Oh yeah, I mean it's everywhere, man. They doing it on talk shows, all everything. You know, anywhere you go, they doing the yeet whatnot. But I don't know. It's just Cody's the talker, better talker, and He could get you into the feud more, and that's why his feud is the one we talk about the most, and it has more of a story. Yes, I do pay attention when Jay talks, because he like I said, that intensity he comes with, the passion he comes with, but Cody, I don't know, he's a bit of what's the word, orator?
Orator. Yeah, that's what they said about Woodrow Wilson. He's a great speaker, like Obama.
Yeah. So I don't know, but back to this triple threat. Like I said, the feud between Seth won this match, but it's kind of 1-1 right now.
Yeah.
Because Punk won on the debut of Raw on Netflix, and this
Seth won.
Seth really won because of Roman.
To keep in mind. Let me ask you, how do you feel about the rule that you got to escape out the cage in order to win a cage match?
Do you?
I know you can, but that's like if that rule wasn't in place, then that match could still be going.
I get what you're saying, but I mean, I kind of like people, trying to escape the cage and then either falling back into the ring from the top of the cage.
You like knocking people off the cage. That's what that sounds like.
Hey, it's fun. Hey, but I mean, look at we're gonna talk about it a little bit later, but Will Ospreay,
Kyle Fletcher.
And Kyle Fletcher. You look at that amazing match.
It was
amazing. One of the best cage matches I've seen.
There was no attempt to escape, right? It was the whole concept. No one leaves until someone's dead. Kayfabe.
Because that was a bloody. I don't want to get all into it right now, but that was a bloody mess, man. That was a lot. It was. I gotta watch that again because I'll talk about it in a minute. I'm trying to stick to Raw right now, but AEW that match is just so great. Probably my match of the night. I don't. That's hard to say, but they had a lot of good matches on the show. But as far as this triple threat, like I said, the rivalry between Seth and Punk is probably never gonna be over. But it definitely wasn't selling this one because, like I said, they tied, and Punk is gonna come back and say, "You didn't really beat me. Roman pulled you out and caused you to get that W." That's if Seth, boasts about that win.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's going to be Punk's argument anyway. He is going to come up and say you didn't really win because Roman pulled you out. Your ex-lover boyfriend Roman pulled you out. And you know what? If it wasn't for me, neither one of y'all would be stars any doggone way. I created this group. I'll destroy this group by destroying the essence of the group by taking out all you rag dolls.
I didn't think about that factor.
I already went to one company and took out the crazy one. Don't think I can't take a dog down and an innovator. Don't think I can't destroy your architects. I'm just jealous.
All right. Here you go. I didn't think about that part of the story.
I mean, that is a huge. I mean, that's the part they haven't really kind of expanded upon, which I don't know if they're going to touch. But I mean, that is gravity for the triple threat. I mean,
right?
You can't do the Shield one now, so it's the best you can do.
I mean, he can still bring something like that up, though. Boy, I can't wait for the back and forth talk between these guys, especially with Roman involved. I hope Roman's there more often to do such things. As far as go with the back and forth.
They're going overseas, so I guess he'll be there for at least maybe. I know they announced Cena.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Roman's going to be there. Roman should be on SmackDown, right?
Yeah, but he was there on Raw, so I mean he probably gonna be on Raw more often with these two because both of these Seth and Punk are on Raw, so I think he'll be more involved with them. So he'll be there, but man, Roman ain't talked much since he been back.
That's the kind of things. Like that's the thing. I just want Roman. I don't know if you want a promo. I just want to know where his head is at. Like, what are you thinking right now? What's your MO?
Right. I mean, let's give me some backstage stuff with Paul Heyman or something.
That's what I really want, I guess. Yeah.
But I don't know. He just needs to talk. He needs to do some more because I didn't get that when they was doing the War Games. He did much talking then, and now he still ain't doing much. If he's there,
he did say yeet.
Man,
Hey,
come on,
man,
Dad.
that you
Come on,
understand
Dad.
how much of an apology that took? He said yeet.
All right.
Campaign no yeet.
All right. Yeah. I don't know, but Alex, I need more from him, and especially if you're gonna build this match up the way it needs to be built up, because you got other stories on this Road to WrestleMania that are spectacular, and this needs to be one that's added to it. And give me something to get excited about with this triple threat match. Something got to be on the line, or like the story just got to be.
Are you
top
saying the star
notch.
power is not enough? Oh,
No,
wow.
it's not
Look at
enough.
this guy. It's not enough for Mania.
Because you said it. We don't know if you want that to be a main event.
It's not a main event. I don't think it. Well, it really shouldn't be. It just you got to make a title the main event.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna be one on the line with this one. It got to be like the number one contender. I mean, it would make sense if one of whoever wins gets to the night 2. But it's just like
whoever wins gets a shot at the next big pay-per-view, whether that's SummerSlam or Backlash. What if that's the guaranteed deal?
well, I ain't gonna wait to SummerSlam now. It got to be the
build
Backlash.
up. You can build up to that. Okay, Money in the Bank.
Well, I mean, which one is right after WrestleMania?
Well, Backlash is. But I don't want to throw it out that fast. You might just put it on Raw.
Why not? It's gonna, all these pay-per-views are big and PLEs are big now.
I know, but
that's still good.
I like to milk out.
I don't know what Backlash is going to be.
I like to milk out the tension. I like to really kind of just build the anticipation. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. It's whatever.
I don't know
Either way,
how far you're going to build this too, but
hey, man, sometimes you got to build to the next big show.
Well, you said what?
You have little.
I mean, and that big show is going to be Backlash, especially if it's in another country.
Oh, this thing is awful.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it's going to be. Actually, there's a lot of people saying it's Mexico or.
That's a look here in a
but
moment.
Either way, they're gonna be loud if it's not in the United States.
Yeah, because the overseas crowd, they love their wrestling. They love their WWE.
Yeah, especially because they don't get it a lot, especially a PLE or whatever. They're gonna be loud about it. So that's a good place to get a world title match. They're gonna make any match there loud and something to watch. Even if it's showing good, if the crowd is that into it, they can make a mid show spectacular.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
So right now there is no official next show after Mania. At least not according to Wikipedia. Wikipedia has nothing. I'm looking here, just Stand and Deliver, and then WrestleMania, and then the next thing, well, I guess WrestleMania 42. Yeah, 42. That's it. So I don't know. Maybe it will be Backlash. Maybe it'll be a Saudi show. They still got to do some of those.
I mean, I can't say too much because the Saudi shows have been, like I've said before, they've been way better in the past 2-3 years. So
yeah,
I ain't too mad, but I would rather see something else.
Prefer something. Okay, that's fair. But I mean, overall, still, granted, high expectation in this triple threat match, regardless of when it happens. Final question: who do you think wins?
Oh boy, I might change it by the time WrestleMania rolls around. Like I said, it depends on what's on the line. It really depends on what's on the line. But if I got to pick somebody right now, like I said, I have room to change.
Kayfabe wise, you get these kayfabe. You get these 3 guys in the ring. Who's winning? Just strictly from that standpoint.
I want to go with Punk.
It just feels right?
Yeah, because then you could go with later. I'm waiting on that Roman himself 1-on-1. We put a poll out on YouTube. That was the most one voted for. The Roman himself, because we want to see I don't know if we want to see the ending because it's so good and the history between these two are so good. But I really want to see that 1-on-1. And will Roman finally be able to beat Seth 1-on-1?
That's true. He doesn't really have a win over Seth. Well,
Yeah.
does it? No.
So I want the Seth and Punk thing to be the the tiebreaker, because like I said, they each got one on each other, and then see who wins out of that. But then I want to see Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, that 1-on-1 to settle the beef between them, because like I said, Seth says it's still love between them. I don't know if Roman says the same thing. Maybe he has, but Roman need to freaking talk.
Yeah.
Say something.
Like, I'm still not sure what Roman's head is at on any of this. I really don't. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know how he feels. Just hard to grasp.
We heard from Paul Heyman a little bit, but I mean, it's like, give me a cinematic or something.
No, like you said, it'd probably be a backstage promo. Oh, not backstage segment. So I say, like him sitting in his chair and all that. Yeah. I don't know. I do kind of miss that. That's the stuff I do miss about the Bloodline. Those backstage segments. I wish I could see that again, as far as progressing this story.
Right.
But we talked about the other triple threat match. Let's talk about that for a second. But Rhea, Bianca, Io, possibly. So first, let me start off with this. I do want to talk about what happened on SmackDown.
Ooh.
And
okay, go ahead and talk about that one. That was amazing. We talked about it last year, but I didn't hear your opinion on it.
I did enjoy the segment, and I got to tell you, man, when I saw it, I really felt what Naomi was saying. Like, it felt like that was coming from her heart. And I got to be honest. Granted, you can never really promote the means of how people do actions. But when you're right, you're right. And I think Naomi is right.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go again.
I'm not saying she should have attacked Jade, but man, she makes a very good point. Jade comes in, and what does she do? She attached herself to arguably the most popular woman on the roster at that point. That's not Rhea Ripley. And I don't know, you look at those matches, as I mentioned before, Bianca does carry a lot of the weight. Here's the fact that I could throw in your face. Naomi's a former women's champion. And not for nothing, even you mentioned it, RC, as me and Sean kept calling them paper champions. He was like, Naomi won the match, though. She won the match to legitimize herself being champion. Yeah, you know who did never do that was Jade. I don't know, man.
Did she not?
I don't know. Probably didn't. I have to go back and look at it, but I'm going to take Naomi's side on it and just take for granted that she didn't, because Naomi is right. Naomi... Listen,
I need you to come with facts, bro.
I need you to come with facts. Here's a fact. Naomi pointed it out. Jade comes in. She attaches herself to the biggest wagon you can attach yourself to. Rides those coattails all the way to a championship. And I mean, I don't know. What's there in return for it? Probably nothing, because in the end, Jade probably was going to turn on her. I don't know. Who knows? All I know is that Naomi probably saved her heartbreak. She is right. You don't understand it now, but you will respect it later. Now, Naomi's going to get her teeth kicked in when Jay gets a hold of her, which probably brings to your point that she may have to bring up a metaphor.
Yeah, I mean, for her to be getting beat up right now twice, she got to pull something out of her back pocket. And that's another group, and the Meta Girls. It only makes sense. I mean, we ain't seen the Meta Girls on NXT like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a while, actually. I don't know. I guess they're coming up to the main roster. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, they've already been on the main roster. So why not?
Yeah, they challenged for the tag titles.
Come right, be right there.
Yeah, I mean,
for the tag titles, help Naomi take out Jay, learn from Naomi.
Naomi is a veteran.
And yeah, who's been a champion. Right. So there you go. You get that show. And finally, it comes back, because I'll continue to say Naomi's the third wheel in the big three. Now she will be the leader in this big three.
I won't call them big three yet, but
well, I mean her own
faction.
Three. I mean, whatever you want to call them.
Team Bad. I hope not, but Team Bad.
And guess what their name gonna be?
Meta 3.
Trinity.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay. Okay. Now I'm buying that. I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I
There
like
you
that.
go.
Okay. Because that's her name. I get it.
That's her
got that
name. So okay, I'm glad you caught on, sir. But yeah, he had Bianca out there. Oh, I want to read a few little posts from Bianca and Rhea. Been going at it on X
Is it
back and
Bianca Rhea?
forth because Bianca
Okay,
and
that's cool.
Rhea.
Because oh, okay. Go ahead and read the tweets because I do want to talk about the Rhea Ripley aspect of things too. Because I don't like this.
Yeah, this is from Bianca Belair. She says, "I'm going through real life stuff right now, and you want to throw that in my face, Rhea Ripley? You're childish." Io Sky slapped me so hard she knocked some tears off my jacket. Oh yeah, because Bianca had the jacket with the tears on it, and then she had them on her face too. She had like a little makeup thing.
It.
Like she crying about Jade and the only thing. Okay,
so dramatic.
But she slapped me so hard and some knocked some tears off my jacket. I didn't even mean to disrespect you like that, but goddamn, I got caught up in my emotions. Keep finding myself in some ish. You know what I'm saying? And then Rhea Ripley replies to that tweet right there that I just read. Got caught up in your emotions, quote, quote. Acting like you're the only one to ever have gone through real life stuff, quote, quote. She put the real life stuff going through, quote, unquote, whatever. Emotions being the reasons I continuously lash out also, but no one cares about emotions when it's mine. No one understands the constant ongoing war that's going on in my head. Double standards. Okay.
So dramatic.
And then Bianca, yeah, right. I mean, come on. And then Bianca says, difference between you and I be over here just trying to do my job and minding my business. It's like y'all wanted me to crash out. Rhea talking about just minding this is the last one, I'm sorry, y'all. But just minding your business and doing your job would have meant you patiently sitting backstage and waiting to see who your WrestleMania opponent would be. After that, then you could have gotten your wanted TV time and confront them. You know what that match meant to me, and you still did what you wanted. Guess you really are a bad friend, or should I say, selfish bitch.
Wow, I never heard two people both being wrong about everything at the same time. Like that's why I don't even understand. Like, well, Rhea Ripley's right about one thing. Bianca could have stayed in the back, but at the same time, Rhea, who are you to be jumping up Bianca's face? Like, okay, so she was cheering for Rhea. Are you saying you want Io Sky to get counted out because you can't beat Io Sky any other way? Is that what I'm hearing? Just say it. Just say it.
I'm saying, but you the one being distracted. You got all these fans. They don't distract you. But you worried about what Bianca just sitting there chilling doing. You pushed her.
Yeah, I didn't like that. This goes to my point. So in that segment, you had the back and forth, and they were kind of just ignoring Io, and I don't like any of that. But my biggest beef in all of this is, how does this become a triple threat anyway? As far as I'm concerned, how does Rhea Ripley even insert herself into this match? What does she deserve? A rematch? You know what? Not every champion gets a rematch. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
No. I mean, it's not official yet. I'm just saying, but she just she came out there to voice her opinion about Bianca kind of interfering in that match. And doing what she just said just on the tweet. You didn't have to be out there.
Yeah, it just sounds.
But that's a normal thing.
Yeah, you know what? Normal thing or not, it's just still, you don't have to, just because Bianca was sitting there clapping for Io to get up, what is that to even get mad about? Like, okay, you want to cheer for her? I give you something to cheer for.
Right, that should motivate you.
That should make you be like, oh, I'm going to give you something to cheer about. You're going to be real mad when she don't make it a Mania. You got to face me instead. But no.
Man, but Bianca ain't going to be mad. Bianca said it right there in the middle of that match. Ain't nobody scared of you, Rhea.
Said that, but I mean, listen, she was clapping for Io. She might be scared of Rhea.
She said she was clapping for both of them.
She was really clapping for Io to get back in that ring. She really wanted Io to get back in that ring.
But okay. And guess what? Io took that as motivation and won the match. What did you do, Rhea?
Rhea does. She always does. She takes her eyes off the ball. That goes back to what that match, the shark cage match. It irks me so much how she had Liv beat. And instead, she wanted to go and do a piñata presentation with Dom because it's going to be good for the ratings. And then guess what happened? She lost the match. She just does what she continues to do, and it's like,
Yep.
Rhea, you honestly can't be mad at anyone but yourself at this point because you just keep getting easily distracted. If you get this triple threat match and a picture of Liv Morgan is seen in the crowd, Rhea's gonna lose. She just gets distracted by it.
But the thing is, she's somewhat self-aware because in the exclusive promo she did, she called herself stupid and that she can't focus, and she's going through a lot. Just like she said in the tweet, you're not the only one going through stuff, Bianca. I'm the one feeling isolated. Damian Priest is gone. I lost Dom. I lost the title. I'm going through a lot too.
Hold on a second.
But you got to stay focused.
Hang on a second. I'm still kind of confused. When did Rhea Ripley become a face exactly?
When Dom left her.
Hold on.
No, it was before that. It was like it just kept building up pretty much around WrestleMania 40.
Because it's just weird.
Like.
So my dynamic of their Dom and Rhea, right? Their whole dynamic of relationship is odd because I look at it from a standpoint where she essayed him, assaulted him a lot in their upcoming, and I guess you could say it was like Stockholm syndrome for him, where eventually he just kind of started falling for her. But he ended up falling for a girl that legitimately liked him for him. So I'm supposed to feel bad for Rhea? Like, that's the thing I'm having a hard time really comprehending. When did Rhea become this face? And when did she become someone to be a sympathetic figure? As far as I'm concerned, a lot of these things are brought upon by herself. Liv's revenge tour. It was called a revenge tour because Liv ain't do nothing to you, Rhea. You did all that to her. And yet Liv come back. I will never understand how these dynamics get flipped. But credit to WWE for making it work. Unlike AEW, who couldn't between MJF and Adam Cole. But I just, whatever.
Yeah, but she came a face because everybody, all the fans just were into Rhea. Or they are still into Rhea. She's just such a cool character. And they like what she does in the ring. And it just became, a hot she became a hot
I get
character.
that, but I mean, at least show some accountability for the evils you did. You're going to be a good character. Do some good things to be like, you know what, Dom? I know in the beginning of this it was a little rough, but I really started to like you. Give me those moments. I ain't really get enough of that. I don't know. It just didn't feel like it. I don't know. And even then.
Yeah, I mean, because Liv does show Dom more love than Rhea did. I mean, for the most part. I mean, I don't know. That's what I see.
Me too. Mike Bell.
But, yeah, I guess I'll get. So, I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying. And like I said, Io needs to be built up. And this is her shot. I don't know if I see Io retaining at WrestleMania though, especially if Rhea's also going to be in the match. And then Bianca Streak is on the line too.
I don't know. Anything can happen.
That's going to be anything. A tough one.
I mean, right now, if I had to put a bet on it, it'd be Bianca. But I don't know. Based on how they're telling the story, it could be Io.
Yeah. And do we ever get that? I feel like we will down the line or whenever, but that Rhea Bianca 1-on-1 match.
That probably.
I thought that was a lock.
42 because this match will probably build to that match.
Maybe, but I thought that match was a lock for 41. But they threw a wrench in there, and I ain't mad at it with Io getting the world championship because Io does deserve it. She's great in that ring. I think everybody loves Io, and she's so sweet, man. After winning the title, like her dream came true, like she ain't never had the world title before.
She never had that world title.
She has had this world title, but she's had the world championship before. So she making you feel like it's the first time her having being on top like this. So that endears her more to the fans. But I can't count any of these three out. I mean, like I said, we assuming it's going to be a triple threat. I mean, we see the writings on the wall. But you can't count.
I see
either of them
scribble
out.
on the wall. I can't necessarily read it because I'm still trying to figure out how Rhea gets in this match. Like, that's my thing. I just want to see what details they put to make these matches triple threat. I'm just curious. I don't know because I go back to it. I mentioned before how you have world title matches that have a lackluster story. I want to speak on Charlotte and Tiffany. There's no story here. I don't like Charlotte coming out and attacking Tiffany behind. I think that's beneath Charlotte. Also because, correct me if I'm wrong, but Charlotte still has yet to explain why she's going after Tiffany, right?
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we can all assume, but
any pretty person she picks, all she gonna say is, "I'm the queen, and you need to prove yourself to me."
She didn't say it though, so it's like this is happening without a reason, and this is a really bad story, and I don't like it because it's you have Charlotte Flair going against Tiffany Stratton, and the most I can tell you about this is that they have a match.
I mean, the more story came from Tiffany's side. She said she want to be the top girl. She want to take Charlotte's spot.
But I mean, that's everyone who says that. Rhea said that. It's like, well, what's Charlotte's motivation? Because remember, Charlotte had an actual story with Rhea. You know, we could do our blow-off match, and that way we could see who the real best is. As far as Tiffany's concerned, it's just, I choose you. Okay.
Yeah. And Charlotte was saying, you know, you need to prove yourself to me. And why should I choose you? Why are you why are you worth my time for you to be my WrestleMania opponent?
Well, Charlotte made a choice. Regardless of why she made a choice, she made a choice. I don't know. I'm just not too built. The world title scenes, I don't like how they're being built for WrestleMania. Gunther and Jay's kind of lackluster. And Charlotte and Rhea, it just feels kind of formality based than anything else.
Charlotte, Tiffany.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Charlotte and Tiffany.
Do you feel Tiffany deserves this spot as champion right now?
I mean, if it ain't her, who else would it be?
I mean, Nia had the belt. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I don't know, a Mania spot. It's like people like Tiffany Stratton, and I don't know. Maybe those little briefcases sold a lot. Who knows?
I don't know, because I asked Lonnie this question about should she have won that briefcase or should it have been Chelsea Green? Because Chelsea Green, I feel like, has Chelsea more Green. Of a personality.
No, it has. If we're doing like that scenario, then those roles should have been reversed. Yeah. Tiffany could have been the first U.S. champion. Yeah. And Chelsea Green should have been Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay. So you do feel that way.
Chelsea Green is amazing.
I'm just asking because, like I said, Tiffany's great. She's good in the ring, but I don't know. I feel like they pushed her a little fast, and she needs a little bit more development, mic wise. She's good in the ring, but I don't know. All I hear is Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time.
See, that's the other thing about it. Her character plays best as a heel than a face. So that's the other issue to kind of have here because Charlotte is, well, they are not going to cheer Charlotte. That's just not going to happen. So she has to be the heel, and it relegates Tiffany to a position that it may not be best suited for her.
Yeah. But Chelsea Green kind of has to be the heel too, even though some people cheer for her, and she playing it well with, because I love the red, white, and green for the U.S. title. So that plays off well with her too. So I don't know. I guess Chelsea Green seems more fleshed out. She has, like security. She had Piper Niven. Now she has Alba Fire.
Well, something for her to do
with her also.
Luckily, they didn't release her yet.
Right, because Lord, that came out of nowhere. Because her tag partner got let go.
So you got to do something. Better look busy. You hanging around WWE.
So you got to look
You'll be hanging around catering too long. You better start looking like you're part of a skit or group.
Hey, that's what sometimes you got to do at the job. You got to look busy. You ain't doing the doggone thing.
Stuck around so long? You think that whole judgment thing was him just trying to? No, he was like, I need to stay employed. So I'll be part of a faction.
And he been making us laugh for years now. And that was a great moment for him with Judgment Day. So shout out to R-Truth, man. National treasure right there. I swear. But we was talking about Liv and Dom and what is going on with the Judgment Day, man?
I don't know. I don't even care. They need to go and break that up. I'm over it. I'm done with the Judgment Day. That's my issue. I just don't care anymore with the Judgment Day.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you want me to say?
I mean, after Damian and Rhea left, I mean, it was like they trying to find a way to they stay on TV. I mean, it seems intriguing because I'm trying to figure out who this new member that Dom wants to add or whatever. And are they going to ever kick Finn out? I mean, that's the only thing I'm trying to figure out between that and Chad Gable being. People saying it's not Chad Gable with that luchador mask on.
Did you see how that segment went? So, you had the segment where the luchador came out. And then, who is it? Rachel Ray, whatever her name is, went to go interview Chad Gable. And she was like, Chad, we know it was you. And Chad was like, listen, lady, just because New York City has horrible security, don't mean you need to come up and oppress me or confront me. And then as they were saying this, you look behind them, there was a guy in a luchador mask being escorted out by security. In the same luchador mask.
Ain't no way, man.
No, it's Ray Phoenix.
But he wouldn't do that, dude. Because I was tripping out when he said, you know how Chad Gable says, thank you. He said, gracias.
Listen.
That part killed me. I was like, okay, so I don't know where they're going with this because they had the vignettes where Chad Gable had opened the box and he was like, shining gold and that. But now we have a mask, luchador running around. And so it would have to be him. But so who was us working with him?
Who was that being escorted out the building? Oh, I don't know. Jobber number 15. You'll see him on LFG next season. That's you might see him on NXT 2 years from now. Who knows?
Who knows?
And then it's going to lead up to a match between him and Chad Gable. All these years later, it's like, remember I got arrested for you, Chad Gable?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a building. It's a long-term story.
Long-term storytelling right there. That's that never-ending story type building.
Oh, I got you. But I don't know. Like I said, some got to go on with that, and then some got to happen with the judge. Some more development. We need more development with the Judgment Day. So I guess it's a wait and see with those things.
I guess.
But for also with Raw, Logan Paul and AJ Styles. Is that the WrestleMania match, or are they going to be in a multi-man match for the Intercontinental title?
Well, that's a good question. Isn't Gunther? No, what's that boy's name? Braun. Is he defending the Intercontinental title next week or something? I don't know.
Is he?
Well, I'm not too sure, and I can't look it up right now. But I will say this: I will prefer a multi-person match. But I mentioned this before on the show. I wouldn't be mad if Mania had a lot of multi-people matches, because as far as I'm concerned, you can make a case for almost every match being one, except, almost every match can end up being one. So yeah, Braun Breaker, AJ Styles, Logan Paul, I'm cool with it. Who else you want to throw in there? Finn Balor? Yeah, ain't Finn Balor getting an Intercontinental title shot?
I thought so. Him and Braun Breaker was going back and forth.
Dominic said he set that up for him or something. So yeah, I'm fine with that. Dude, make it a fatal 4-way. Just more people, the better.
Yeah, because Braun Breaker's show went through the Judgment Day like. But he also did that way. He had something built with AJ Styles, but then you got AJ Styles and Logan Paul going back and forth. So it's like all these guys got to be involved in something.
Yeah, if nothing else,
in the same
it could
situation,
end up just being AJ and Logan for the match of a match, which would be a good match because AJ Styles, right?
Oh yeah, AJ Styles gonna give you something every time.
The guy's phenomenal. I don't know if you heard, but
Oh, I've heard and I've seen.
So I don't know. I would like a multi-person match. I wouldn't mind a triple threat. Of course, I wouldn't mind a fatal 4-way either. But yeah, that's where I'm going to see.
Okay. Well, out of all these guys, who would you want to be the Intercontinental Champion right now?
Why would you ask me that question? It's always going to be AJ Styles.
Hey, there's a lot of good competitors right here.
AJ Styles. That's the question. Who do you want to win? AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
What I got?
I ain't mad at it. I'm saying, like, so we can see this. Like, AJ Styles is one of the most underrated wrestlers still. I mean, a lot of people give him love, whatnot, but he still ain't on the level as a lot of real big
Oh, you mean?
stars.
Well, look,
But AJ Styles is like the ambassador says, he got 3 Hall of Fame careers in
yeah,
one.
that's true. It's just some of his best years are in TNA. He was the face of TNA. So take that however you kind of want from that standpoint. He was never going to be the face of WWE. Not with Roman being there. But neither was Seth Rollins either.
I mean, before then.
Even before then. Well, going to be Cena?
No, I'm saying before Roman became the tribal chief. You could put AJ in that conversation.
Cena.
The face, what is
the face that runs the place?
Was he the
same
face
that ran the camp?
Was just Cena say that?
Okay, well, either way, he wasn't going to be over Cena.
Oh yeah, Cena did.
He wasn't going to be over Cena. Him and Cena had great matches too.
That line.
Cena was the face of WWE. That's just, dude. It's just timing. That's all that is. We all know AJ's phenomenal, and I think he'll get the recognition he deserved. And like I said, he was the face of TNA for like ever. He was Mr. TNA. And then outside of that, New Japan run. I mean, he didn't start the Bullet Club, but I think they got more recognition when he became the leader of it. So,
And then, like I said, his WWE run was just greater than we thought it could be or would be.
It's been really good.
Oh yeah,
he's phenomenal.
So
AJ Styles.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't be mad at him because he's acting like he was gonna give it up, but like this man still can go.
Yeah, he can, which is impressive.
Yeah, but we know who is the face right now. Cody Rhodes. What do you think about his last 2 promos he's cut from SmackDown and Raw?
Classic Cody politicking, going out here running campaigns for his run to WrestleMania, trying to now recruit the Rattlesnake, I guess, and every other non-fallen or disenfranchised Avenger he can get his hands on to take on the final boss in John Cena. Look.
And Travis Scott.
Oh, yeah, Travis Scott, too, I guess. You probably call Bad Bunny for that. That would be my best bet. That
could be a future match for real.
I'm in such a conflicted place in this. I don't want Cena to win because I keep saying he ain't going to win. I just don't want to go back on that because I had to.
Oh, you don't want to go back on that?
I got to stick by my pick. But the conflict is I do want Cody to lose because Cody kind of deserves to lose. I don't like, dude, I keep saying Kevin Owens is right. And he is right. Do you know that Cody Rhodes, I think, tweeted Roman Reigns, my tribal chief or something like that? Are you kidding me? Seth Rollins broke his ankle. And you tweet this, you might as well spit on that ankle.
But
don't like it. Don't like it at all. I do not like it. So no, Cody kind of needs to lose. You know what? I hope he gets, let me think. I'm trying to think of a horrendous ending for a hero in a movie. Because I want him to have that ending. Because he needs to have an ending where he gets outnumbered. He needs to have like an Empire Strikes Back moment. He needs to have a Mufasa falling off the cliff by Scar moment.
He wouldn't be dead, God no.
No, that's ain't one of the guys. Plus, that wasn't the end of the movie anyway, so that's why I don't want to go with that one. I'm just, I guess.
Yeah, but Mufasa still died.
Well, he did, but it was all for Simba to become the leader he was supposed to be.
Okay. I think we're gonna have a Lion King talk today, but okay. But yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying too. I feel like Cena didn't turn heel for no reason. Let him have this heel championship run, and Cody is on the chase like everybody wants because Cody gets a lot of hate right now online. That is not in the arenas.
They still love him.
But online, Cody gets a lot of hate. Let Cody be on the chase, build him back up to get that championship at SummerSlam.
Hang on a second. What are we talking here? April, May, June, July, August? What's that, a 5-6 month run for the world title with Cena?
I think it could work. Cena could show up like 2 or 3 times a month.
Okay, put him on the Brock Lesnar schedule.
Brock Lesnar, no, not Brock Lesnar schedule, Roman schedule at least.
Okay,
I
I don't know. Okay, I
Yeah.
guess I don't know. I just either way, it's all bad.
It's all bad. You don't want to see Cena.
No, I don't. No, I really don't want to see Cena as champion again.
But hey, if he'll Cena he's supposed to be on the next Raw, I believe. That's come on at that's another announcement too. The next 3 Raws are going to be at 3 p.m. on Netflix. So
well, I mean,
and I think Cena going to be on all of them. And the weird thing is they're selling Cena merch, like babyface merch, like nothing happened at Elimination Chamber. They just chilling because I think they in Belgium next on Raw, and they got Belgium.
Well,
Cena
we don't know
gear.
what Cena's gonna look like yet, so he's got to sell what he knows. You got to sell what we know. I'm telling you, he should come out with a suit and just be the John Cena that was on Total Bellas. Because that John Cena is a heel. He is so bland. He is so mean. He is so straight laced. That is the perfect counterpoint to the Cena that everyone knows.
Yeah, but I mean, if this heel Cena impresses you or intrigues you, you don't want to. You might change your mind on him being champion. That's what I'm saying.
No. It's not going to change your mind being a champion. No, it may be a good story, but that just be like, I want him. No. I mean, if he wins it, he wins it. I ain't gonna be happy, but if he loses it, it's going to be the question who beats him, because you have an opportunity to probably make a new star or try to keep your shining star, Cody, again. And that's all how you want to go. You know what? I say this because I think about Bryan Danielson and how his last run went. Let's not forget, he won the title off of Swerve. End of that reign.
Mm-hmm.
His reign was only for a couple months, where he was supposedly going to lose it to Darby Allin, but ended up losing to Jon Moxley, and we've been having a Death Rider story ever since. So it's like, do you want to stop a title reign to start this retirement story and then have to start a new story? And if so, I don't know. Let's make it interesting.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Cody gonna win it back, and he'll be on that chase for a few months. And Cena will, go against whoever. It'll just be another part of his farewell tour, and he just fighting different guys, and whoever gets to fight Cena on his last run.
So, like, who's fighting Cena on his last run? Then who is he fighting?
Well, like I said, you still got Cody. You got Punk. You got Jay might be champion on the other show. So I'm trying to think of your baby faces right now. Damian Priest could be right there.
Okay. He's former world champion.
I'm trying to think of your baby faces right now.
I mean, you could you can start kind of messing around with some dynamics of people and their characters and be like, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre cannot like Cena, be like, you're the fraud I always thought you were. And you know what? I see you want to sit here and bully away, but don't forget, Mr. You Can't See Me, I'm still the chosen one. So I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I mean Seth.
Yeah, he could do Seth.
Seth is right there. Could forget him on his final run. They had some good matches.
Yeah.
And then Rock, with Seth could go against Rock too. That they didn't have that dynamic, so that could come back.
Orton.
I'm trying to. Orton, yeah, Seth. Okay, yeah, there you go. Cody, Seth, and Orton.
That's enthusiasm.
Yeah. And Punk. Punk too.
I hear you. We can run back that Money in the Bank match. Why not? Let's just do the hits. Let's go on a whole Classic World Tour and do the hits.
Hey. Yeah, he fight AJ Styles too.
Not,
boy.
Let's just throw it all out there.
Hey. Some of his best matches right there. I love both of those matches. Both of them matches, AJ Styles
matches. But again, AJ Styles doesn't really have bad matches, so
I know. That's
usually what happens when you wrestle a great AJ. Shane McMahon, remember the match he had with AJ Styles at that Mania? I had zero to no interest in that match. Oh my God, though. After that match, I was convinced that was the best match of the night. That was just the opening match.
It was. They was in the crowd and
Right?
everything.
That was a good match. Boy, I tell you, AJ. Do it to him.
No, that was him and Miz. That was him. What was him and Miz? I forgot. Either way, yeah. I mean, but yeah, that could be part of Cena's heel run. And like I said, it comes back around, faces Cody at SummerSlam. I think that'll be good the way it goes like that.
All right. Anyway, roadblock.
Oh, we have a new double champion. I just want to be like, what, 4 or 5 double champions in NXT history?
I guess.
I think because you got what, Braun Breaker, Mandy Rose, Carmelo,
Keith Lee,
Braun Breaker, Braun Breaker and Keith Lee, and now you got Stephanie McCool.
Oh wow, look at that, belt collectors.
Oh yeah. But I was surprised she won. I really thought they was gonna give it to Julia. It could have, but like I said, it could have gone either way. Definitely a great match, but I hope Julia. You saying Julia's maybe hurt?
Yeah, there's a talk that she may be hurt or has dealing with some form of injury. Of course, it's dirt sheet talk.
Yeah,
and this is why it's believed that she ended up losing this match and not getting stripped of the title. There may be a return match on this. We'll see. I don't know how you do it. You probably could do it the same way they did. Remember Kurt Angle was the Eurocontinental champion.
Ooh, I love that.
And he lost both belts, but it was in different.
Yeah.
He did lose both belts.
He lost, but
what was that? Chris Jericho and Chris
that was like a 2 out of 3 fall.
Yeah, it was. The first match was
like,
for the first title, and the second match for the other title.
Yeah, he ended up losing both to the other two. Man, brought up bad memories. But I mean, it was still a great match. But it's just like I hate to keep seeing Kurt Angle.
But I imagine they might do it that way if they want to take these titles off of Stephanie. Or
then you gotta take both of them. They can just have them fighting for the NXT Women's Championship one more time, and then either Julia wins it back, or I don't know. But we also have Jada Parker, who feel like she got next for one of those titles. So she was up there talking to Mickie James, getting some advice from her.
Yeah, because she's not on the LFG anymore, is she?
I don't know if she's gonna be on the second season because I think Undertaker was just kind of pulling for his wife to get it, Michelle McCool to be on the show, but I guess she's replacing Mickie James. I don't know how that's working.
I don't know. I tried watching that show. It's okay.
Yeah, because they're trying to bring big intrigue especially with the Bully Ray and that other guy's situation. Because Bully Ray kind of pushed him down the stairs.
Yeah, because he wouldn't leave. I don't know what him and Bully Ray beef is exactly. Although they think he's kind of a jerk, but I can see why. Because he is kind of he's kind of smug to some degree. But
he's trying to stand. He's trying to stand out, and he's getting Bully Ray's attention, and that's what all he wants. He just wants that to continue. It doesn't matter what Bully Ray do. He just want that attention and to stand out on the show.
People like Bully Ray.
And it even surprised the other, everybody else. So that little scuffle, Eric Bischoff was right there.
He wanted to talk to Eric Bischoff. Because Eric Bischoff, I actually saw this episode, so I don't really watch it. Saw this episode. Eric Bischoff was there because they were doing the whole faction thing. And of course, they brought in Eric Bischoff because the NWO, right? Big faction. And I guess he was going up there to speak to Bischoff about pointers or something. And before he can get a word out, Bully Ray was like, no. You better get the hell out of here, boy. It's weird.
Oh, man.
Who else has, Booker T, he didn't really hint at it, but so Booker T and Bully Ray, their factions are going against each other. And then they were going over the match and how they want to go about it. And then Booker T was like, sometimes Bully Ray knows what he's talking about, but every now and then you need to pull Bully Ray to the side and be like, no, that ain't going to work for me, brother. You're not going to do that. Like there was a moment where Bully Ray wanted one of his people to pin one of Booker T's people, and Booker T didn't want that, and he was trying to get old boy to stand up for himself. Booker T was interjecting, and Bully Ray was like, "Whoa, Booker T's your manager? Like he's gonna just speak for you here? He's gonna say was a whole moment. I don't know. Watch LFG. It's not a bad show.
I mean, he kind of is the man. This guy is coach
But
or
he ain't
whatever.
his manager though. Like if there was something he was uncomfortable with, he would have had to speak up because the job would have been to a woman, and it's like Booker T didn't want his guy to job out to a woman. It was a multi-person match.
Man,
I can't explain it. You got to see the episode. I completely derived the whole point of Roadblock.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot going on with that, and like I said, and they're starting to be on TV. I guess they're really trying to promote the show, but like I said, Mickey James was on this episode, but also Undertaker was on this episode, and he was out there just chilling in the backstage, and Obo Ofemi walked up, Undertaker dapped him up, and giving him, that what's it called, that little pep talk.
Is that what you call it? Pep talk? What he told him? He said, "This is your yard" or something like that. Is that what he said to him? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, get a little backing, I guess you want to call it, and give him the green light.
You know what?
So
the Undertaker's cool. He's one of those veterans that says things but doesn't really give you advice. He just like go out there. He doesn't give you advice. He just like gives you a motivational word. That's cool. That's backing, but it's like, I don't know. Give me some advice.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he does that off camera because like, I've heard, I probably heard from the ambassador that he has a learning tree, like not like Chris Jericho, but that's a real thing. Jericho said it as his group, but that's a real thing in wrestling, sitting under the learning tree of whoever it is.
Yeah, coaching tree.
And I've heard people do that with Undertaker. He has like a group of people right there, and he's giving them advice. And that's probably why he's on the show for LFG.
Yeah, I've seen some of those episodes, and just some of the things he said didn't sound like advice. It just sounds like words of motivation, which is fine, but it's not advice. Like, I don't know, I guess compared to Bully Ray, because, again, there was segments in the show where Bully Ray was telling people, there was a moment where he was like, you want to tag him in, but you don't want to tag him in immediately. You want to wait. You want to stall. You want to build up. He was like guiding them on how to gauge an audience and how to really build a moment for a tag. And it's like, that's what I mean. It's like that kind of thing. But I don't know. I mean, there's probably backstage stuff like you said. It's just when the cameras are rolling, Undertaker don't seem to be that guy. I'll say that.
Yeah. But like I said, him being who he is, I guess if you hear anything from him, I guess it's
a word of approval.
It's worth holding on to, I guess. And I guess it gives you that confidence of
I can do it.
You doing something right. Yeah. So I guess that's his way of,
thumbs up,
putting forward new talent, helping the new talent, whatnot. But he gave Obafemi, like I said, the fist bump and whatnot, gave him the go ahead and like protect your yard, and because it's NXT versus TNA.
That's true.
Pretty much. And so he said, protect this yard. It's yours. It's NXT. You the champion. And so that's exactly what Obafemi did. Because Obafemi, but I thought both titles were on the line in this one too.
No, I wasn't very clear on that either. But it seemed like it was just the NXT championship, right?
Yeah.
There's no way that they were going to have. Oh, but I don't know. It would have been bad if they did lose the X Division title. You couldn't do that.
I mean, it would have been bad, but Obafemi had to. I guess they wouldn't let him keep it that long.
But
you had to lose it on a TNA show.
I just wouldn't want my TNA talent losing the title off a non-TNA show.
I don't know. I feel like that got to happen eventually with this team up, but maybe not. I think they switched that up.
If it happens, do it on a TNA show. Do it on my show so that people can see you take my title onto another show, and then that way you can lose it back to my guy on your show. And then that guy can then take those eyeballs and move it back to my show. That's how I see it.
So you feel like it should be like what the Hardy Boys and Fraxium did, might do. Because the Hardy Boys defended their TNA titles and NXT tag titles were not on the line. But in a promo or an exclusive, interview or whatever, Matt and Jeff Hardy said, hey, we beat y'all. So I think we deserve an NXT title shot next. And so Obafemi beat Moose. So does he deserve a shot at his X Division title now?
Should he just go for the world title? It's still the X Division title, right?
I know, right? Yeah. But I mean, I think Musa want a revenge, so he said, "I'll put my turn on the line for you to fight me."
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Again, so I can get that win back. But yeah, Joe Hendry is lost in all this. I don't know what's going on. That's why I when the match was made, when Moose showed up, I was like, dang. So Joe Hendry is doing
he's
what?
out there doing stuff. It's just, I guess this is more of a not champion versus champion, but Moose versus Oba. Yeah, I think
Oba.
they just wanted that match, and it's one of the. I gotta admit, I don't watch TNA, and I kind of wish I did because I almost feel like there is a moment of, if we're going to do this match, I want Moose to have a championship, so he's going to win the X Division because we're already going to have Joe Henry as the world champion, so we'll just have him have a title so we can have this match. That's just how I see it.
But I mean, but Moose had the title for a little while now, so I was like,
I don't watch TNA.
And Joe, yeah, but Joe Hendry, the one who just got the NXT TNA title, so that's why I was like, if you put it on him, that means you want Joe Hendry to be the one, your face, and go against the champion in NXT. So that's why I was like kind of surprised that it wasn't Joe Hendry fighting Oba.
No,
but everybody been clamoring for Moose and Oba, so I guess that's just what they.
And I guess
gave
that's the thing, right? Because you said the face of TNA, right? Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
Is Trick Williams the face of NXT?
Well, yeah. I mean, I would say yes because he had the NXT title when they went to CW, and so it seemed like he was the face. But I mean, Oba is the champion.
But I tell you right now, if I pull up CW or in the NXT on my Roku, I'm going to see Trick Williams' face. So it's like maybe they're saving Joe Hendry for Trick Williams after he gets through the Eddie Thorpe trials.
Yeah, because I guess that's what it is. I don't know because we also, you say we're on WrestleMania season. We also on Stand and Deliver season.
Do they have anything for that yet?
And so I'm trying to see what they're building up for that show. It's not totally clear right now.
For it. Okay.
Yeah. So we will see what happens with that.
Interesting.
But as far as I mentioned Fraxum, I really thought Fraxum, because I feel like Fraxum is way too fast for these seasoned vets in the Hardy Boys.
Key word, I thought seasoned vets.
Yeah, and that's what they did say. They had to rely on their experience and their brothership to beat these guys because he said because they said they're one of the fastest talents they've ever been in the ring with. So, and they gave Fraxum some props, of course, because they were one of the best tag teams right now. They are probably the best tag team in WWE right now. Would you agree with that, or
are they the best tag team?
I mean, right now,
all of WWE.
They ain't the most decorated or nothing like that.
Just saying, of every tag team, are they the best? I mean, look, tag team division is pretty bad in me right now, so I ain't mad at that. If you say they're the best, I'm not mad at it. I'll say that. I got nothing.
I mean, because the way they've been defending these titles against everybody and retaining so much,
and they're good matches. Yeah,
they're great matches, and it's not no cheap victory. Ain't no cheating involved or nothing like that. They just straight up winning.
No, I give you that fraction. I mean, wasn't they ranked like the best tag team in wrestling by some magazine or publication? Double stop.
I feel like right now, probably. I feel like they are.
All right.
I mean, like I said, I like a lot of people over them. I mean, just because the history of those teams. But as far as right now,
the best
in a match, whatever it is,
No,
because Fraction, they've really been impressing me with this reign they got right now.
I mean, who you got, like DIY and all that?
Because they lost it for like 2 weeks, but you can almost not count that.
Yeah, because that was real brief.
They lost it. Yeah.
Because then that's when they Chase You. That was weird.
Yeah, you can almost say they shouldn't have lost that because right after that, Chase You just broke up. Well, I mean, Ridge Holland kind of broke them up, but you know what I'm saying. You can almost not count that. They probably shouldn't have even lost to them. Out of all the teams they face, they lost to Chase U. Like, I don't
I'm
know,
just looking
bro.
at all the tag teams. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Hardy Boys are listed as NXT.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I know it's not weird, but I get it. They had like WWE made them some shirts with WWE on the back.
Oh wow.
And they work for
Maybe, I
TNA.
don't know, man. The Hardy Boys, they can just kind of, man, they floaters. They go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you say you home, but you work for TNA. But you say you home when you in WWE. I like,
Listen here, we got a little rental property over in TNA. All right, this is where we live, though. Yeah.
Oh, that's what that is. It's a rental property. Because you gotta assume they're going in the Hall of Fame soon. I'm surprised it ain't
Are they
this
not in the Hall of
year.
Fame? No, they're not, are they? No, they're not.
No.
Do you think that? Well,
Oh, speaking of that, I don't know if I got your opinion about
oh
Luger.
yeah, he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I want to get your opinion about Luger. We talked about it on the last show, but I want to get your opinion about Luger a little bit.
Oh man, so this is going to be interesting. Luger is well deserved to be into the Hall of Fame. All right.
Yeah, I think
listen,
so.
the guy. Here's the deal. We talk about Lex Luger. I got to mention not my favorite Luger moment, but this is what I know Luger for. So when I was a kid, I saw him. He came in as Narcissus. I didn't really see him at WCW, but I knew him as Narcissus. And then he all of a sudden overnight became like the American hero because he body slammed Yokozuna on the SS Intrepid. I really did feel like at some point he should have won that world title against Yokozuna at SummerSlam. I don't know why he didn't. I hated the fact that they even did a whole celebration, confetti and all, for a count out. I remember I didn't see the pay-per-view live, but I remember watching on Raw trying to understand if he won the championship. He didn't. I thought it was kind of a ripoff to that degree. He ends up going to Royal Rumble, having a double victory with Bret Hart. WrestleMania 10, that whole fiasco with Kurt Hennig costing the world title match because he was the referee. And then from there, it just kind of went downhill. So then he goes to WCW. And, he goes to WCW. He goes to WCW because his buddy Sting stuck his neck out for him with Eric Bischoff because Eric Bischoff didn't even want him back. So I'm using that to emphasize his kayfabe. Keep this in mind because then when the NWO comes about, they utilize a fake Sting. And they make this fake Sting attack Luger. This is on the heels to War Games. Luger has done no communication with Sting because they felt like he was betrayed by him. Sting has been trying to reach out to Luger. Sting confronts Luger backstage at War Games doing a promo with Gene and all the other War Games members who I think was Flair and Arn Anderson. And they're like, I don't want to talk to you. And he's still trying to talk to him. What happens in that War Games? I tell you. Fake Sting comes out. He starts beating up everyone. And then like, oh, Sting, he betrayed us. He joined the NWO. Then real Sting comes out. And then everyone's looking like an idiot for not even trusting Sting. He comes out there and saves the day. I rest on the idea that Sting deserved much better from WCW, especially from Luger. So when he went Crow Sting, that was a big FU to all of them. Especially Luger. You should have listened to your buddy Sting. You're an idiot for not doing it. You're a duck-faced moron for not even talking to him on the phone, and you deserve every bad thing that happened. But congratulations going to the Hall of Fame.
Don't do that.
I hated that. That really irked me. But, credit, I will end with this. Credit to it. He did help recruit Sting to Wolfpack. So he made up for that.
That's my group right there.
But no.
Hey, the Wolfpack. Hey, I don't know. Like I said, I told Lonnie that, and he kept saying how Wolfpack was so brief.
You know what? It was brief, and it felt like it was. I don't know. It was brief, right? It only lasted for a couple months. I don't know why it felt like it lasted for a year. It really didn't last that long.
Yeah, it was just. I guess I just love the red and black, especially. I love. That's my favorite part of Sting. I'm not a huge Sting fan. I respect Sting and whatnot in his career, but I love that Wolfpack. That is a lot of it is maybe the theme song
was pretty hot.
Yeah, and then like I said, Kevin Nash is cool as hell.
Conan,
and like I said,
it was a whole thing.
I love Conan, Luger, all them. Scott was in it. I don't know. It's just a cool faction to me when I was younger.
It
You know
was
what I'm
a cool
saying?
faction, and that's
So
what the whole gimmick was.
it stuck with
That
me.
was their whole thing. It was supposed to be like that. I liked it, and I don't know. I like Luger. You know, he won the world title off of Hogan he made Hogan tap out. Yeah, I really, honestly, Luger deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. It's long overdue, and I'm glad he got in there before he was able to pass away. I'm happy he'll be able to stand at the podium and give his speech. He deserved to be world champion at least 2 more times. He should have been a 4-time world champion throughout his career, maybe 5. But yeah, definitely deserved the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Yeah. As far as Roadblock, I just want to promise. I figure out if I hit every match, but you know, Jordan Grace beating Roxanne, I was like,
oh yeah, Roxanne's moving up though. That's what that is.
Yeah, trying to put over Jordan. I mean,
she's a new toy. You can't have her lose to the veterans like that. She's got to come in there and dominate, stake her claim, so that way when she challenges, I guess Stephanie, since she has all the titles, it'll feel legitimate.
So, right. Because I think Jordan and what's her girl name? Jordan and Jada are the next 2 up. Yeah. I think because Jada Parker should have been a champion or something. One of the champions by now. So I really want her to get it, but I do understand that Jordan Grace is a tank. So she's right there too. So we'll see what happens with that. But I was happy Javon Evans
got his big win.
Got his victory back on Ethan Page, all Ego. But he got a beat down right after that by the wannabe Shield.
Yeah, I still don't know who this group is.
I can't remember the name, but I just can't. But the fact that they want to be the Shield, now it's between, like I said, depending on how they book, it's between Shield and Retribution. Those are the 2 parameters to gauge his group off of. But I'm Shield Retribution. But tell this, I don't know which guy, I don't know his name. I don't know which one it is, but please, I can't take you serious in a see-through shirt like that.
Oh, you talking about Oris Griffin?
Probably most likely. But he coming out with a see-through shirt with the Shield type mask. Remember the Shield wore that type of mask that time. Like, bro, come on. You gotta
you can't. You don't fear the sheer.
No. You need to stop. I mean, it's cool to beat somebody down. I hate y'all did it to Javon Evans. Y'all got a lot of payback coming on y'all, especially over Femi still got to get y'all back. But
interesting.
I don't know. They still got to prove something to me. Like they got high hopes for this group. But I'm just waiting to see more. I gotta wait to see more. Like saying, wear a different outfit, please.
I guess I don't know. I just, you know me. I need the motivations, right? Everything's based on motivations. What are you doing it for? That's me. That's what I got to know. What's the goal? What's your end game?
Yeah. I need to see a promo. I probably need to hear from them also. Just like we need to hear from Roman Reigns, the original Shield.
They still haven't said
Shield
anything.
member.
They're going around beating people up.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean they did graffiti and whatnot. It's like nobody's safe and here and there. They've been beating down everybody. So, but that's the only kind of thing we've kind of heard from them or seen from them: beat downs and graffiti.
Gotcha.
So, like I said, that's a retribution type of thing.
Retribution.
But like I said, they probably got a higher ceiling than that. So we'll see. But so I'm just one last thing about NXT. What you think about Ricky Saint so far?
Oh, he's amazing. But I don't know. I think he's going to go for the North American Championship. He is going for that, yeah, right?
Yeah, I think he's taking that off.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I think he was going to win that because he's going to win that.
Yeah. From I think that's the only reason Shawn Spears won the title.
That is correct. And but I mean, other than that, yeah, I think he's fine. I don't know. I kind of need to see a little bit more.
He keeps saying the same line over and over again. Like, why is everybody so mad?
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's wrestling. You get it.
Okay, so I'm starting to think this is a shot at AEW. because it was always reported how there's so much backstage drama sometimes. And I think that's them taking shots at that.
Oh, I can see that.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Little subtle shots. Why is everyone so mad?
It might be. Yeah, that might be what it is too. They didn't leave on the best terms, but he didn't leave there on the best terms.
He's not used to being in a locker room that's so competitive for championships. Because, in AEW, it ain't about championships. It's about banger matches. Did you get a 5-star?
Mm-hmm.
Who cares if you won a title? I don't even know what the world title looks like. Was it a 5-star match?
Oh, it's in a briefcase.
It's in a bloody briefcase.
I thought I'd get a briefcase to get to the title, but hey.
No, you need a briefcase because it has the title. Speaking of which, they have Money in the Bank rules that are different. We got to talk about Revolution. Let's get to it, yes.
Oh, hey, that's why I asked about Ricky Saints last, because that's a little segue onto talking to the AEW.
Let's get straight.
Let's speak on Revolution. How did you like it?
Revolution was good. It was a good pay-per-view. I think the match placement should have been different. Maybe you kind of, I don't care what anyone says. I think this is where you need to put that world title match in the middle, because that might have just been fine. You do not want to open the show with that, because that crowd would have been deflated. I don't know. You definitely didn't want to close the show with that, because they did go home deflated. But here's my question. So when Christian came out there, he had to sign before he can get the whole thing away. Does that mean that if anyone took that from him, they could have just automatically been the next one to sign off on that? Because he had to sign. What if he didn't have a pen? Did he also need a notary? Who wrote this?
All right. I don't know why you have to do all that. Because, it should already be signed. You got the blueprint in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Cat, give it to the ref. Ring the bell.
That's all you got to do. I don't know. When he had to open it up and sign it, that totally took me out the moment. Because I was like, well, he still had to sign the contract? Did he not ever sign? Did he never open the contract? It was never signed? What if there was nothing in there? He ever open it?
I feel like he did open one time and there wasn't nothing in there. But this is Christian. And for him to have that all these months to cash it in for a triple threat, why won't you cash it in after whoever wins?
Because, I don't know, look.
You're not that type of guy.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, he's... Edge?
I see if he was a babyface or whatnot, but...
It worked for Seth Rollins.
But Seth Rollins did. Seth Rollins did that.
Rollins.
It did, but... it worked. And he didn't, like I said, he didn't follow the blueprint.
So what does it say about? So here's the thing, right? Mind you, this is the first time. This is not the first time AEW has done this particular type of setup where a person wins a ladder or group match and gets a world title shot. But this is their first time doing it with a contract in a container. Their first time was a failed cash in. Do they do this again? Or was this a one-off?
I would hope not. I would hope there's some backlash heard about this, especially about this match. And I think that's why they're trying to redo it. That's why they're giving Cope another shot. Because this match, even before that happened, the match was not good.
No, I didn't think it would be good.
It's like they had no chemistry. I would hope they will learn from this situation and they do it again and it's successful.
I don't know. I felt like every other...
bro, you had the original winner of the Money in the Bank in this match in Edge, and you still messed this up.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, they had the originator, and they still couldn't get it right. You know what? Listen, I hear a lot of people say it was a bad match. Look, maybe it's just the way I see it. This is like a basic John Moxley match to me. It's like how all his matches go. So,
oh no, hold on, now. Hold on. No, I ain't gonna let you say that one.
His matches. I ain't saying Dean Ambrose. I'm saying John Moxley. A lot of his matches are we come in, beat each other up. I fall out to the ring. I move some stuff around. I bleed. Do you know that one time he bled off a sling blade? I am not joking. Someone did a sling blade and he started bleeding. John Moxley.
Oh
But
shit.
look, dude.
I don't know. Maybe
Okay, so
before
here's
that. I don't
fine.
know.
I'm not gonna beat on this match anymore. This match is a dead horse. Let's just get to the next part of it. Is you had the rematch coming up, and we have Swerve as the number one contender. At any point during this time between this match, Swerve, all the way to All In, does Jon Moxley make it All In as champion? Do we hold out for Darby Allin, or do they eventually take this title off of Moxley?
All In being in August. I can see Moxley holding for that long, but not saying I do like Moxley, but I'm not. This story just not working for me, man. I've waited. I gave it some time. It's just not developing. And I mean, Moxley's a 4-time champion, and so I won't be mad if he loses because I mean he's had it 4 times.
Yeah, that's true. He's only 4-time champion too.
Yeah. So and I just know I don't know how the story plays out, but I would like Swerve to get it back. I mean, I didn't want Swerve to lose it to Bryan Danielson, but in the moment of All In and with Bryan Danielson and that crowd and that song,
there's a lot going on, right?
Yeah, I felt it. I felt that Bryan Danielson was going to win this match, wrestler. And so I got that. I understood. The best wrestler in the world. But I do understand that Swerve was having a great reign and he deserves another chance. And like I said, and me and you talked about it. The top guys, they all deserve it.
What are you talking about? Ospreay,
Swerve,
Hangman.
Ospreay, Hangman, MJF. Omega. He's right. He's number 5 for me in that group. I love Omega, but he already has the international title right now, so he's going to go. They having a tournament for that.
All right, just give him all the belts. He was a belt collector. Just give him all the titles.
He is. I ain't
the Continental.
Omega is great.
Give him the TNT. TBS.
Yeah, but I just put it on. I put other guys before him because I mean those are your present and future.
That's true.
Talents.
No, that's true. Yeah, I mean you still got Okada too. I mean if he loses, so it's another one. But
he's number 6.
I like the idea of Ospreay, Swerve. These guys are top tier talents. I wouldn't mind Swerve winning it back, honestly. But like you mentioned, I can see Moxley going all the way to All In with his title.
Yeah, because Ospreay, he spoke about it and he sent a warning to any of the 3 guys, the Colt, Swerve, and last he ended with Moxley. I'll see all of y'all at All In. He's fighting to get to All In.
On notice.
Yeah, but pretty much the locker room. But I mean, he mentioned those 3 guys. So that's why I said it. He told me he's gonna be in the Owen Hart. He's gonna win the Owen Hart tournament, and he's showing why he says I'm on another level. As he always says, but I mean that's his thing.
Let me ask you this question because I heard this question pop up and it kind of made me think. All In, right? World title match.
Mm-hmm.
Jon Moxley loses. Yeah. Who gets the bigger pop being the winner? Darby Allin or Will Ospreay?
Will Ospreay. Why you keep putting Darby Allin in this conversation?
You underestimate Darby Allin's popularity. I can tell. Look at your face in that disgust. Why did you bring up Darby Allin as that look?
Because he was nowhere in that conversation to me. I ain't seen him on TV, and he is not on any of those other guys' level.
Let me tell you something.
I don't care. I mean, I see the intrigue. I get it. But he's still not on none of those other guys that I mentioned level.
When Darby Allin beats Jon Moxley for the world title.
Bro. Okay, man. Get
I just want you to know. Look, listen.
Oh, he'll get a big boo for me if I'm in that stadium.
I'm only telling you this because I just want everyone to understand something. When Tony Khan has a vision through hell or high water, he going to see that vision through. Whether it's the right vision or not, he going to see it through.
It ain't. Because you got Will Ospreay right there, you gonna give it to Darby? All right.
Ooh.
All right. That what a move that would be. I'm watching SummerSlam. In August, I'm watching SummerSlam. I'm watching it both of them either way, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. With that decision right there, come on now. You better pick Will Ospreay.
The Darby hate is so immaculate. It's sizzling.
He just not on their level, bro.
Sizzling.
He not. I get entry. I get kids want to dress up like him. Whoever else dress like him, but he a rag doll.
I hear you. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and segue. Let's talk about the other guy, the Billy Goat, the one who you think would be a bigger star. That match against Kyle Fletcher. That was a pretty heavy match, right? Like it kind of just
fire.
I tell you, this is one of the things I said about AEW. A lot of people complain that they didn't like how they use thumbtacks in the match because Mariah May and them used glass in the match. Like everything was just so close together. There was no breathing room between. And I get all that. But this is the thing.
Yeah,
but here's the thing, right? This is why I tell people AEW is just an archive of wrestling. You say that now, but just go back and watch the matches individually. Oh, yeah. You understand this is why it's one of the best matches there was that night. Because individually, by itself, it was an outstanding match. It might have ran a little too long because too many kickouts, but.
Yeah, with all the stuff they was doing, I was like, dang, we got to win.
That was also so I want to bring back the Seth Rollins and CM Punk match because they also had a lot of kickouts too.
Okay.
In fact, CM Punk kicking out from that stump from the top or second rope, get out of here. Get out.
Yeah. No, he didn't kick out of that one.
I'm glad he did.
He just that's
he
when
out to go to sleep
got
in the stump.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. And I was like, bro, come on now. I know you see him Punk, but Jesus, you got two finishers.
Not that guy.
You got two finishers.
So let me ask you.
And this is Seth freaking Rollins.
In the span of the 48 hours, who had a better steel cage match?
Oh my God! Why you asking me that?
That's the question I ask. That's what we do here. We ask the tough questions, and we don't walk away until we get a definitive answer.
Okay. All right. Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher, because the moves they was doing, it just how can somebody do all that? The speed and balance and movement, it just seems perfect. But the Seth Rollins and Punk thing is leading to more things. That's the difference between the both of them. But because that's going to lead to a WrestleMania match, and it has more story with it. Not that saying Kyle Fletcher and Ospreay doesn't have story, because they had Mark Davis in there. They had all that backstory, the brotherhood they have, and the team they have. So it has story also, but like I said, it's just a little different. Yeah. And Seth and Punk is leading to a WrestleMania match, and this is an ending to ending for now between Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay. But like I said, the movement and it's just amazing to see Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher might be in that top 10 of AEW competitors too.
I mean, they have a lot of them.
So no one is not in the top 5. He's not in the top 5 because I've named those guys, but he's definitely in the top 10 because with this match and all the matches he's had with Will Ospreay, it's just
he's good.
He's right there. Good. Yeah, and it was a bloodbath. They used, like I said, the thumbtacks, the screwdriver, and came back into play from this story. Like I said, Mark Davis right there. It was just, bro, and the way Ospreay was moving to get away from both of them and take both of them out, it was just amazing.
He's quick.
But like I said, it was a lot of kickouts. Like, bro, you should have lost right there. All right, dang, all right. It's crazy. I get it, but
they like to build that drama, that whole fighting spirit.
Yeah, both of y'all fighting. I know none of y'all want to really lose, so y'all putting y'all low. So y'all kicking out. But come on, with all the things they did,
it's like work for me, brother. But no, I agree. It was a better cage match. I like seeing Punk and Seth Rollins, but the Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher was just a better cage match. And like you mentioned before, even with Seth and Punk, it was building to another match. I also didn't like how that match ended. I didn't like Roman pulling Seth out. That kind of killed it for me. My only knock on the Ospreay and Fletcher match was the Spanish Fly from the top of the cage. It just didn't seem necessary. And also, I hate, two things. I already do not like the Spanish Fly. It's probably my least favorite wrestling move. It's just, I cannot fathom the logic behind the Spanish Fly to me. It just seems like too much of a teamwork.
It's flashy and it's like
it's old.
backflip rock
I
backflip
know,
rock
and that's why
bottom
it
or
looks
something like
stupid. The only time I've seen a Spanish fly ever look good is when it's on a rebound from running from the ropes. And they kind of
that.
catch you
Yeah,
midair.
it does
Yeah,
look
that's
cool
the
like
best. But when you do it from the top rope, it looks stupid because, and the top of the cage, it looks more ridiculous because
that.
it's
That's
scary,
scary,
but
bro.
it
To
takes
be
me
a,
out of it because everyone now
it,
has to be like, okay, you ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? I'm
yeah,
ready.
yeah.
It's just, I don't like that.
Even Ospreay was talking about in his promo with Tony Schiavone on
Oh, yeah.
Dynamite. It's like my wife didn't want me to do that, but hey, we on Prime and I had to do something. Talking about he got like 15 missed calls from her. And he said, good thing I'm
I
a
got
charmer.
15 cold from my missus. Yeah, we hear you, Ospreay.
Yeah.
Ospreay, I don't know. That's Ospreay.
Yeah, it was a little funny promo, man. But yeah, I gotta watch that back. Ospreay is just one of the best right now,
One of the best.
match
And then, of course,
wise.
you had the other best.
Match wise.
Kenny Omega. The Alpha versus the
Ooh.
Omega.
I love that. I just love that tagline. That tagline was just it for me. Well, Omega got the title,
he did.
man.
And I was like, hey, did you hear the news? They are talking about unification.
Oh, that's what you've been
The
saying.
thing you need to do with this. The Continental title is a ridiculous title, and it probably should never existed. But since it does, you might as well meld it together and just give it to Kenny Omega. Don't give it to Kenny. Maybe Okada. Who knows? Maybe Okada will win.
But they won't have the Continental Classic.
They can still have the Continental Classic. It's just the winner.
Oh, Intercontinental Classic.
Right? The winner will either get a shot at the championship or they'll get a nice little gold cup like they do with how NXT had them lug that thing around.
Oh, I mean, like the
G1. I know the G1 is actually more appropriate because it really is Tony Khan's G1.
Yeah, basically. But man, I feel bad for Takeshita. Like I said, he was doing a great job with the title. But hey,
it's Kenny Omega though, right?
It's Omega, man. Yeah, Omega coming back with a vengeance. He said he's not the EVP. He proving why he's on top, man. He was that guy. He still is that guy.
Yeah, I got to take back some words I said. I said a long time ago on the show, we are not getting that Kenny Omega we saw in the Dome back in 2016. Yeah, well, it looks like we are probably still going to get some of that Kenny to this day because he didn't really. Diverticulitis didn't take as much from him as I thought he did. He really does play well into the whole I'm hurt, but he's not really hurt type thing.
Yeah, because he went to New Japan to get that mojo back, I guess, and it showed in this match. Because man, I feel like Takeshi get a rematch. If anybody getting a rematch, Copa be getting a rematch. Takeshi getting a rematch. Come on now.
Okay, hold on a second. We didn't talk about that. The rematch, right? So Cope's argument, and let me ask you, okay, I get what you're going to say, but is it a sound argument about how Cope didn't get pinned? He didn't tap out. It was only Christian. Moxley didn't beat him.
It was a triple threat match. Well, have a match with Christian then. You and Christian fight to see who gets the match. That would have made more sense to me.
Christian lost his opportunity because he signed it off. Literally.
I get it, but that just makes more sense.
I'm still not sure how Copeland even got the match to begin with. What did Copeland actually do to become a world title contender outside of challenge John Moxley? John said he accepted.
He basically challenged him.
And then
he fought on the behalf of FTR, and he just, came at Mox.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean, you got the shot. I mean,
all right, that's fair. Okay, and Moxley said you got the shot. And you know what? He lost because Christian came in and ruined it. That does sound like you need to go after Christian.
Yeah. Fight Christian. And that's the number one contender match right there. Even though Swerve already got his match at Dynasty.
I think that's just a revenge match.
That's just
because Christian lost his shot. If you want to,
but if he getting the shot anyway, it might as well be called that. Fight, I'm just saying
he should. You know what I wish happened when
Swerve
was leaving. They did the backstage segment, and then Swerve was interacting with Copeland. And Copeland's like, yeah, man, you never know. Might see me because I might beat Moxley. I wish Swerve had slapped the taste out of Copeland's mouth. They were like, you better hope I don't see you. I want to see that Swerve back again. I don't know. I don't like Adam Copeland.
Yeah, I'll be.
I just don't. I just don't.
That'll be the heel Swerve. I mean, he would have
I
done
want a
that.
heel Swerve. At least anytime he interacts with Adam Copeland, I want a heel Swerve.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, especially if you saying you're the most dangerous guy in AEW, continue to say that. You gotta show why you dangerous,
right? You need to start making people feel like I don't want to be. He needs to be the type of person that when he comes out, you'd be like, "Nah, that guy's crazy. I don't want to fight him."
Oh, so are you saying he should make people fear him?
Yes.
I say that because that's what MVP told MJF on Dynamite because he lost to Hangman Page. Nobody fears you. And he actually offered him a shot in the
So
Hurt
where do you think
Syndicate.
this is going?
I'm hoping MJF continue to turn him down like he did on Dynamite, but no, I don't. That don't make no sense to me. I get y'all had history. Y'all explained the history in that promo and whatnot.
He's tanning himself, though. Huh? He's really tanning himself.
Oh, Lord, don't. No. That's like, all right. Okay, Owen Hart. That's immediately what I thought about. Owen Hart and the Nation.
That was kind of the odd man out.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro. That don't even fit. MJF is by himself.
Owen was a sympathizer to the Nation's cause. But I don't know exactly what the sympathy would be. I don't like it. MJF just doesn't really fit in this group's dynamic. I don't even know what this group's dynamic is, but let me ask you this. If MJF turns him down and we start going through a feud, is MJF going to beat the Hurt Syndicate?
I would hope not. You got Bobby right there. I mean, and that's what kind of made me mad in the first place. He, like, bro, you talking about, MVP, MJF ain't had the world title, and you said and the key word was. Well, why would you want MJF to have the world title? And Bobby Lashley is right got Bobby
there. Here for you. Did you really get Bobby here to be a tag team champion?
Right. Hell, Shelton Benjamin is right there.
Did you really bring Shelton Benjamin here?
He could be a world champion too.
Here to be tag team champions.
Right. No, that ain't what we do.
Yeah, I don't know.
We hurt people, and MJF should be one of them people we hurt.
So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking the other way around. I'm thinking, well, number one, the Hurt Syndicate need to be heels because I don't think they're heels. I guess they're faces. I don't know.
Yeah, well, the crowd keep cheering them and they keep saying the song.
But they need to be heels. So you know what I need for them to do?
I think they're supposed to be.
I need for them to start doing a gimmick where MVP hands out business cards, but everyone he hands out business cards to actually becomes more of a target. So yeah, you get a business card.
Okay.
And, we build you up like we're going to join, then they just beat people up instead. Like, no, you can't join.
I got you. Kind of like a Joker card.
That's what they did with Ricochet. They gave him the card and they beat him up. Yeah. They gave somebody else a card. Swerve. Well, Swerve, I think, rejected it. They beat him up for rejecting it. So yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? You get a card, you lose. You accept it or reject it, you're probably gonna get beat up.
Yeah. Well, they should beat MJF up. That's what I say. You could get MJF could fight on his way to the title. He said he ain't done with Hangman. He lost that match. I was happy he lost. I think Hangman needs some victories. I really thought he should have beat Jay White, but I mean, it's weird because they ain't doing nothing with Jay White after this. I mean, he's there, but
I don't like Jay White.
He mistakenly hit Hangman. No, who he hit?
Copeland.
No, that's Copeland. But Adam Page shouldn't have lost to Jay White to me, but so I'm glad he won here. So, but I don't know. I think Hurt Syndicate should beat down MJF. He took the card at the end of the segment, but I don't think that should lead to him being in that group at all.
Yeah, I don't like that idea either. I thought the promo was kind of weird to some degree. It just felt kind of off. I don't know. I kind of feel like they don't know what they. It really feels like there's no direction with MJF. He's a little all over the place. He was feuding with Double J. He had a run-in with Dustin Rhodes. He had a quick stint with Hangman. And now he's having this thing with MVP. I don't know what's going on with MJF. He's just spinning wheels. It's just like we got to keep him on TV, so we're just gonna have him do something.
Yeah, the feud with Hangman was very intriguing. Did Hangman hair look weird? I mean, it didn't look weird.
Yeah.
It just looked off for his character. I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Either way, beyond the point. Beyond the point, yeah. And even that promo where he had backstage with Hangman, MJF, that is, it's like he was like, "Oh, you'll never win the big one." I was like, "Wasn't Hangman the world champion
before MJF?"
Right. So what are you talking about, MJF? I'm gonna continue to get champion after champion. You'll never win the big one. You get to the top, but then you fall back down. I'm like, bro, he won the world championship.
That's what happened to you.
About?
You got to the top and fell back down. Yeah, seriously, what are you talking about? So I don't know. That's why I said I don't know what the direction is with MJF. Oh man,
he might go down on my list just off of those promos. I put him in the top 4, but I don't know.
Move Kenny ahead of him.
Yeah, he might be number 5, bro. He might be number 5, bro.
6, 7, and 8, and 9 are and all that.
Oh, 6 is Okada, and 7 might be Kyle Fletcher.
All right, I can dig that. No love for Powerhouse.
Yeah,
man. Like Hobbs, huh?
What he doing? I like him.
So
what he doing?
He's beefing with Brian Cage.
Oh, that mean you ain't top.
I don't know I don't really know what they're beefing for either.
You beat Big Bill.
Yeah, that's over now. No, he just tell you, they don't know what they do. Oh,
they don't know what to do with him.
Mike Bailey debuted.
Yeah, he had a good match with what's the name?
Who did he? Beast Mortos, who's another one that keeps taking losses.
Yeah, that was
Beast Mortos is in my top 10.
But I don't know how you can get him over either way with that. He seemed like a lower card guy. Beast Mortos, that seemed like a character in a 2K game.
He fights hologram.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't like Beast Mortos? Top 10.
Top 10. Wrestle, but I mean, I just know how far can you get with that?
You can go to Moon. The Moon.
That's no.
That's what cows go over, right?
Yeah. Well, that's like the evolution of El Torito.
Okay. Listen. No, you know what?
like a Pokemon.
Okay, maybe a world title doesn't seem to be in the picture, but you can still win like a TNT championship.
No. I don't know. That he on the same level as Kill Switch.
He's a gimmick to you, huh? You don't believe in gimmicks?
Yeah, it's too much.
Gimmicks.
Like I think what's Kill Switch name
Luchasaurus.
Before? Luchasaurus. I can't take you serious. Take the mask off and show me something. Yeah, people go wear it. I mean, it's maybe sellable. I mean,
I don't know. Listen, that's one of the quirky things I like about wrestling, and that's one of the reasons I like Beast Mortos, and I guess Luchasaurus in this case as well. I like the absurdities, because sometimes wrestling is just a bunch of guys. There's a lot of guys in wrestling. You know how many guys are in AEW? Sometimes you need that thing that's just
I get that.
That's why I like Bray Wyatt so much.
Well, find another thing.
Come on.
Because Luchasaurus, and he had that one braid that wasn't real. Like, what?
Okay, well, listen,
that?
I'm not going to completely take up Luchasaurus. My MO is Beast Mortos, because that's my guy. He's my top 10.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, top 10. Beast Mortos is that dude, all right?
Woo.
Attorney at Roar. Oh, yeah, I'm all for it. They did nothing with that either. That was a good little thing he had for a moment there. He was an attorney. What? Yeah, he was an attorney at Roar.
I'm looking at him right now like,
Beast Mortos. That's my dude. Kyle Fletcher, Kesha.
Oh, but Speedball was cool, though.
I guess. Small guy. He's a small guy. Call him He's like a cruiserweight.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like 5'6", 78 pounds.
No, geez, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. He might be in that tournament though. Just like Ricochet said, Ricochet said he's gonna be in the tournament.
So you're gonna get Ricochet versus Speedball, and then the winner of that is gonna face Kenny Omega. Who's gonna win?
Ricochet.
Kenny Omega, Ricochet then.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting that dynasty.
Ooh,
Get that. Yeah.
Ooh, that's calling my name. I need to see that.
That's what you're gonna get then.
Yeah, because the boy Ricochet and Swerve tore it down. Boy, he even put the roll back on fought on Swerve. That was so dope. Boy, that little catwalk on the was it what's it called? The barricade.
Oh yeah.
Catwalk, and he gave him the call. I was like, ooh, and this word move.
The house call, yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
Call.
But yeah, the house call, yeah. Boy, both of them was going back and forth. The athleticism in that match was top 10, top tier. Let me say that, not top 10, top tier.
That was a good match. I like Swerve. I really do. I hope he wins the world title. Swerve and Ricochet have a good feud. I appreciate this feud especially because now we have a character. We have a dynamic of Ricochet now that we can kind of feed off of and be like, okay, this is who he is.
Yeah. I was hoping he could keep it up beyond Swerve, the Swerve feud. So that's what I'm hoping he does. Continue to develop. But like I said, their ring work is, man, it's hard to compete with that. That's always been there though. That's why we were fans of Ricochet, but we needed more from him. And here he's giving us more in AEW finally. So I hope like Swerve brought that out of him, and he continues on beyond that feud. So I'm looking forward to it. And I feel like he should win the tournament and fight Kenny Omega. So. Yeah. But we gotta talk about Tony
and Mariah May.
And
the final match. Probably should have been the main event.
Oh yes.
Should have closed out the show.
Oh yes. Yeah. How do you feel about women with so much blood?
Oh, I don't mind it, but I will say. So there's this whole thing. It was in WWE. I can't remember who it was. God, I wish I had the story. But the story was like it was Trish. It was one of the women a long time ago, even like before Trish Stratus, and one of the trainers told them, "You can't be doing that type of stuff because then you're going to outshine the men." And listening to the online criticism, I think there's some validity to that statement because a lot of people were talking about how the Tony Storm, Mariah May did all this, and then you saw a lot of that repeat in the other matches, and it's like it kind of deflated it, which that just sounds like card placement. Mm-hmm. You could just fix that with that.
Yeah, there's a card placement. It ain't just the women thing. It just if a match has that, one match has this, and other match has pretty much the same thing.
You got to space it. You just have to space it. That's all. Just because it's like the two events were less than 30 minutes apart from each other. So it's like that's the reason why. So it's like that's just too close.
Give us some time.
Let the audience breathe. Give them a throwaway match, like I don't know, Moxley and Copeland. Yeah, I don't know. Throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Give them a Chris Jericho match. That's a good throwaway match. Anyway,
a lot of people think so right now.
But no, I don't have a problem with it, especially in this feud in particular, because it is a blood feud, right? I mean. The initial
it started with that.
The initial turn started with Tony Storm bleeding. So I like that it went. I like that it went through the whole dynamic. I like that they did the double-sided tape with the glass. I like that instead of thumbtacks, it was champagne glass because they're always drinking champagne.
That's why it's one of the best stories.
It really is. Yeah. I don't know. I keep saying it's not the best story, but I think it's arguably the best women's story in AEW. You can make a case it's probably one of the best stories in women's wrestling.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And it's Tony Storm, timeless character, is one of the best characters.
Yeah, it is.
Because the way she plays it all, she was all kind of. I should say she all over the place on her promo on Dynamite. But I guess that's how she regularly talks.
I liked her promo. Actually, it was a little all over the place.
I definitely liked it, but I was like, the origin, somebody going to be sweating.
Yeah, I like the ending of it. The ending was really nice. There was a middle part where she was just kind of rambling a little bit. But I did kind of like how she was like, throw your keys in the fish bowl and let's get ready for this orgy. I don't know. I did like that part.
Yeah. She says it's a new beginning. And so we're going to see who steps up. We saw Miss...
How do you feel about that? Megan Bain being the first challenger.
I see it. She's undefeated, and she was like, a big woman powerhouse, and see if Tony Storm can take her out. I don't know if she's getting this title shot too soon or not. I feel like she maybe need to prove a little bit more. Yes, she's undefeated, but she should beat that many people.
No,
yet?
that's kind of what my issue is. Like, okay, but a world title shot, like, come
right?
on.
We got. What is the TB? Go
Yeah.
fight Sasha. I mean,
Wait,
Mercedes.
come on.
Go fight
Hey,
Mercedes.
hey.
Mercedes is still champion for. She got 4 belts. Go
Seriously,
for one
she
of
does
them.
have too many titles. Let me see if I can figure out.
And she ain't really got no other contenders either. Megan Bain, go over there. I mean, yeah, they both healed, so I guess that couldn't happen. But I did call Megan Bain being one of the challengers for Tony, but I was thinking a little bit more down the line. But not immediately. So, but I did call this if Tony retained, which I said she would retain. But they're giving it to us now. It's gonna be the first opponent, but I still think Tony retains off of this one. I think she build up Megan Bain a little bit more.
I guess I do agree with you that she's coming in too early to this title shot because I just don't. I know she's supposed to be this big powerhouse, but at the same time, I need to see you. There's a lot of powerhouses. Win a match. Win an important match. Win a significant match. Give me an eliminator match.
Right. Yeah, you beat
Statlander.
Because you had help with the matches
I'm actually
you won.
still trying to pull up. Hang on a second. Let me just pull this closer.
Because you won because of Penelope Ford. You beat what's her name?
Chris Statlander.
Who just lost it? Yeah, Chris Statlander. But that was your biggest match you won, I believe. And so it was like, come on now. Give her a little bit more. Let her fight through something else.
So, here we go. AEW. She has wrestled in 3 matches. A casino battle royale, or I'm sorry, casino gauntlet match. She had the one match against Chris Statlander, and then her third was a tag match. So those are 3 matches. And she's already in the world title picture.
Man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. That shouldn't be the match yet. Go get a normal contender match. Do even more than that. I thought she was about to fight Thunder Rosa, but I guess that ain't happening.
Dude, where's Willow Nightingale?
Right. Well, she's over there fighting. What's her name from Death Riders?
Yeah. You don't know me. You don't know me.
Marina.
You
Marina
don't
Shafir.
know her name.
Anyways, Marina Shafir. She over there fighting her for whatever. And so, yeah, Will Nightingale should still be in this conversation.
Yeah.
For one of these titles. I mean, come on. Like I said, Mercedes has no real challengers. And like I said, Toni Storm is on to new beginnings. So I don't know.
That's the thing about it. Mercedes doesn't have any challengers because they had to run through too many people too fast. They should have had her in more storyline feuds where like maybe a back and forth type of thing. Not saying she needs to lose the title, but she needs a feud. That's what kept Toni Storm alive. I don't want to see Toni Storm just starting to rattle. That's what Mariah May did. She started rattling off through the entire division with no story. And it's like, let's not do that. Let's take our time with these people. But we'll see.
Yeah. Because like I said, the story with Mariah May was always when is Toni Storm coming back.
That was
like we got Mariah May, scorching the earth. And so, man, we're just waiting for the final ending, like we got at
but
Revolution.
That ain't always a good thing because do you remember all of Mariah May's championship matches? Any of them?
Well, like I said, I remember the one with Thunder Rosa because, like I said, because of the street fight. Other than that, I mean, she that's the biggest one to me. Besides, like I said, the Toni Storm.
Did she fight Steph?
But either way, we all a lot of people need new contenders. I think Revolution maybe it should have been like almost a ending to a lot of things. But even though they still got Cope going again with this, that was ending to a lot. Yeah, that was the end to Tony and Mariah May. That was the end of Swerve and Ricochet. The end of Kyle Fletcher and Ospreay.
Yeah, at least for the time being. Yeah, it wrote them off for the time being. But I mean, definitely.
Yeah. And I mean the Mercedes match, that was just a match. Like I said, it's one person she's going through. I think MJF and Heyman might have a little bit
she did fight
more,
Mina.
but we'll see.
Real quick, so this is Mariah May's title run. She fought Nyla Rose, Yuka, Willow Nightingale, Anna Jay, Marina Shiokawa. Completely forgot about that match. And Tony Storm. Yeah, the reason I hate to say, the reason I'm upset I forgot about the Mina Shiokawa match because that should have been a really interesting subplot to the Tony Storm storyline.
Yeah.
And it was never explored.
Right. Yeah, not fully. Yeah, you're right about that.
That could have been at least a 2-month feud in itself.
Right, because with her being a mentor to both of those are the two mentors, and she was with Mina first, so yeah, that should have been a little bit more to that one, a little more
match
fleshed
happened on
out.
the Dynamite, by the way, not even pay-per-view. That was a Winter is Coming Dynamite.
I mean, it's a special Dynamite, so I get it, but still, she should have had another match, at least 2 matches,
right? Especially like I said with the history. But okay, just all right. But that's women's wrestling. What do you want? Women's wrestling. Sometimes it does well, sometimes it suffers. Sometimes you get a Bianca, Rhea, Io. Sometimes you get a Charlotte and Tiffany. Sometimes you get a Tiffany and you get a Mariah May and Tony Storm. Sometimes you get a Mercedes and insert name here.
Momo.
Momo, yeah, why not?
It is what it is. All in all, so Revolution was good besides one match. Building up to it's Dynasty's
that's the next pay-per-view.
Next pay-per-view. When is Kobe getting his shot?
Oh, next Dynamite. This next Wednesday.
Oh wow. Oh, that's that.
Yeah, we
that's
just
okay.
That out of the way.
All right. Well, we're building up to those. The Owen Hart tournament. They ain't
so I think that's April next month. I think.
So
it's before All Out. All In. It's before All In. All In? Or it's All In, right? Or All Out?
It had to be, yeah.
So it's before All In. So it's either going to be in next month or May.
I would think that would be like a June type of tournament.
Darby Allin wins and gets the world title shot and wins at All In.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching the Champions Corner podcast. Lord,
that's what happened. So Darby Allin's like MASH. When I start talking about him, it's time to go to bed, huh?
It's time. Lord. But so we're building up Dynasty. Cope gets his shot next week. Let's see if he gets it. Kind of hope he doesn't. So I want somebody because I was expecting Christian to actually cash in and win. So that just threw me off of that.
That was
I don't know, but I've been waiting for Death Riders to flesh out that story, but it's just not happening. So I don't want to see Cope be the one take down Moxley. I think this needs to be. I think Swerve needs that to boost him up.
Yeah,
I think that'll be. I think that'd be good. For him.
I think it would be too, but I wouldn't be surprised if Moxley wins. I wouldn't be surprised if Moxley wins because Ricochet helps. Ricochet could just be that guy to be like, you know what, screw you.
No, focus on Omega.
Ricochet, you never know.
Focus on international title, Ricochet.
Besides the actual Death Riders, you never know.
Yeah, because what's his name? Stayed with the Death Riders.
Yeah, that was a wasted moment.
You would have stayed with him.
You had this whole thing where it's like he might betray or he might leave John Moxley, and it's like, nope. He didn't even waste time to attack Copeland.
Nah.
That was a wasted moment.
That's 2 wasted moments. That and the cash in.
I tell you, boy, that's the reason why they got to do the match over. Because it's like, oh, wow, we really kind of just shat the bed on this one, huh?
Yeah. Because, it's such a great pay-per-view up until that point. So it's like, all right, this is what we do on Prime. All right.
I ain't paid for it.
But, yeah, it's all good, though. But we'll talk about that. And like I said, we'll continue on this road to WrestleMania. Stay locked in with us. Hit up the Patreon. You see what all we got to talk about. But we keep that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you want to continue to hear great conversation about something you love, something we all love, it's professional wrestling. Because, like I said, right now it's one of the best times to like wrestling on the way to WrestleMania and continue to watch what everybody in the business does and sport of wrestling continues to rise in the mainstream right now. So great time to be a wrestling fan. So continue to tune in, subscribe on all platforms, follow us, and we'll be here next time to talk about it. And join the conversation. Hit them comments. We love to talk to you. But next time, it's me and the Professor, BJ, and Ron G. We'll see you next time.
Good night, everyone.
Peace.
I ain't want no, oh, no, oh, 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 oh. Step into the ring, it's the champion's corner time. WWE and AEW, break it down. We shine from the top rope to the mat. All the action, all the heat. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet. Champions Corner.